to Linea Rock.
Hi there. How are you?
Fine. How are you? I see you that you're in the garden, so you're relaxing at home, I guess.
Yeah, it's, I'm in New York right now. It's a nice day. Summertime here.
Right. Even here, it's very hot. So, Volbeat, Danish multi-platinum band. You have released 7 studio records and 4 live albums and 2 brand new songs for this summer of 2021. Wait a Minute, My Girl, that we just heard, and the Dagen Før, both written and recorded with some special guests during the pandemic lockdown. And they are following actually the album Rewind, Replay, Rebound, which came out in 2019. And you came also in Italy, and we did an interview back then, backstage.
I remember.
Cool. Okay. And so Michael, Casper, and John recorded their parts with longtime producer Jacob Hansen in Denmark, while you, Rob, work remotely, let's say, from New York. Of course, working distant isn't something new for Volbeat. You are trained, let's say, to that since you live in America and the others actually live in Denmark. But was the atmosphere this time somehow different since there was no other choice, than record distant?
Yeah, I mean, this is the first time I've really, made a record completely 100% like this, and like you said, I mean, we had no choice. I mean, there was no travel. Obviously, the entire world was shut down. So it was a very crazy time for everybody, and, me being in New York, like in the US, like the COVID outbreak actually started in the town where I'm at, like literally a few blocks away. So It was really crazy here for months, but it was really insane. But I mean, there was no other choice, and but nonetheless, I think the record came out really great, and it's another record we're proud of.
And actually, the atmosphere of the new song is very happy. Is this the direction that it's going to take the next record?
I mean, yes and no. I think it's going to be, as with every Volbeat record, there's going to be, stuff for everybody. There's a lot of different sides or different sounds that are, in our DNA, I guess, as a band. So there's a lot of different flavors, and I think, maybe moving forward, the stuff will be probably a little bit heavier. But again, it's going to be also a very varied record,
By the way, actually, just 2 songs written and producing in 15 months, let's say, is hard to believe, for Volbeat. I'm sure that you have already more stuff written. Or maybe are these ideas, that came from leftovers from the last sessions in some way? Or these are really the very first songs that you wrote for the next record?
These are the first songs. Things left over. At least, just going by, my time in the band, there hasn't been really any songs that were left over. Everything gets used.
Okay. Okay, but what's on the agenda now? I mean, do you have a date already planned for the next record? Are these 2 songs going to be on it?
We don't know yet. Maybe. There's no date. There's no release date. We have a show. We have a couple of shows booked for, later on in this year.
Yeah.
I think starting in September. And then we have another show in October. And there might be some, I'm talking about like big festivals here in the States. And there might be some shows possibly around those dates as well. But, beyond that, I'm really not sure what the plan is as far as, any kind of release date or, finishing up new ideas.
You defined the 2 new tracks as summer songs, And they are actually also in the vibe, very cool stuff, very rock and roll. Also thanks, to the saxophone player, Doug, and the piano player, Rainer. They're both from J.D. McPherson band. These are both players that you know since a long, long time, but this time they're really protagonists in the song. The song have, a pop rock flavor, let's say. And in fact, among the special guests, you also have chosen Stine of Danish pop rock band Volbeat for the other song that we're going to listen later. Some fans, the oldest ones, the diehard ones, consider maybe these two songs too much pop. How would you explain, this move to them in particular, and also to the people which is approaching Volbeat maybe right now with these two songs?
Like I said before, I mean, there are a lot of different styles that Volbeat does, you know what I mean? And we're influenced by a lot of different music. Obviously, the heavy stuff is, a big part of our DNA and a big part of our influence. We all grew up listening to heavy stuff. I mean,
yeah.
Yes. I mean, I think all of our influences are pretty much, we're all on the same page. Everybody in the band's kind of on the same page with what we listen to and what we're influenced by. And yeah, it's the kind of thing where, I don't think Volbeat ever, there's no real formula per se. Not like, oh, we're going to make this type of record and we're going to, it's not like that. It's like whatever ideas come out, you know what I mean? So.
Yeah. Did you have more time than usual to listen to music during the lockdown? Any bands that you discovered and liked so far that maybe it's going to influence some way your next, inspiration for the next songs?
Well, I mean, for me personally, I've been listening to a lot of music. I'm very into extreme metal stuff, and I have a lot lately. There's a band called Oculus, which is I think it's a U.S. band. I think they're from Colorado. Black metal, but the album is evil. It's really good. It's called Melano.
Okay.
Pronouncing that right, but it's a really great record. There's another band I discovered from the UK that I've been really digging. They're called Primitive Knot, and it's kind of like they remind me of like old Killing Joke.
Yeah.
But heavier, Yeah. They're really cool. Let's see, what else am I listening to? Wow. Yeah, off the top of my head, those are the two ones I've been listening to a lot lately.
So the heavier stuff, the extreme stuff helped you through the lockdown?
Yeah, I mean, I've always listened to extreme metal stuff. I find like the mainstream metal stuff to be a little bit boring these days. You know what I mean? For me.
Yeah.
So I tend to look for the more extreme stuff. Oh, there's another record called the band's called Spectral Wound. That's a really great. Diabolic Thirst. That's a killer album. That actually just came out recently.
Yeah. Back to, inspiration and composition in Volbeat. In common imaginary, the figure of the singer and the guitarist are the driving forces in a rock band. And also, I must say that in your case, for Volbeat, it is fitting. Based on your experience, do you think that the personalities of the guitarist and the lead singer are actually quite distinct from each other, also by DNA? And the best things usually come from the meeting or from the clash of those different personalities?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know if there's too much clashing going on. They'll get along really well. And like I said, we all are pretty much on the same page, musically. And it's like when we're all in the room together playing, for example, like, working on working on new ideas or whatever, when we're all playing, it's kind of like we can read each other's minds at this point, you know? It's like that kind of thing, you know? So, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Live album Rewind, Replay, Rebound Live in Deutschland was released digitally on November 27, 2020. And a compilation of bonus tracks came on the Hokus Bonus vinyl, which was originally available on a limited edition, but will come out in a new limited edition for the US territory and European also. It's coming in July. Is it, you know, more like a gift for the hardcore, let's say, Volbeat fans, or the intent, you know, is to broaden your audience instead, you know, putting together those songs on that vinyl?
I mean, it's probably a combination of both of those things, I would say, you know?
Okay.
The treat for the fans.
Who picked the songs?
A collaborative group effort as far as you know, I involved too a little bit.
Mm-hmm. How did you do it? I mean, everybody made a list, and then you decided which was the final track list of the record, or right. Michael, you know, had the final say.
Yeah, I mean, he probably did. I don't remember exactly how that all went down, but yeah.
Yeah,
but it's definitely a cool thing. Sure.
Okay, Rob. Is it the hard, you know, the tough early days, which are the best school for any rock band, or it is dominating success, you know, and fame that really teaches you to lead in the world of music?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you can get to a level of success without going through, you know, those tougher early days. You know, that's just, there's no shortcut for this.
Yeah.
You know, you got to just do it and go through it, and it builds character. You know, you become a better musician, a better performer. Yeah, and that's kind of the long and short of it. You know, but honestly, it's like, you know, we would be doing what we're doing regardless of the success level. I think, you know, we just make music we like, and yeah, that's what we do. That's all we know how to do.
And which was the toughest moment for you in your career?
Toughest moment?
Maybe a moment where, you know, when you maybe thought, you know, of changing direction and do something else in your life and not playing music as a job.
That's never happened to me.
Never.
No, and it probably never will. This is what I am. It's in my blood. I am a musician.
Yeah, that's a good answer. All right. So you said, quote, the fall always brings thunder and lightning. Okay, so the fall, what will bring to Volbeat this year, maybe to celebrate the 20th anniversary of the band? Do you have any plans for that?
I cannot say.
You don't want to say? Okay, but there's something going on?
I mean, I to be honest, I think all of us, our main, you know, the main thing we're really, really excited about after being locked down for over a year and a half now is to get back on stage. So that's what we're really looking forward to.
And about this, did you wonder what will, you know, life on the road be? What it will be like post-pandemic? I mean, how will your world change since, you know, it will get a while to, you know, be back to full normal life?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely something I've been thinking about. I don't really know. It's for sure going to be different. It's probably going to be really weird for the first, I'd say, few months or so. I predict the backstage area to be pretty weird. As if backstage wasn't boring enough, it's probably going to be a lot more boring now.
That's a good point. And what do you miss the most, and what you do not miss at all about the life on the road? Now that, you're home relaxing and, maybe doing things that you haven't been doing for quite a long time.
Well, first of all, I haven't been home in New York for this long since I was maybe 16 or 17. So I'm losing my mind a bit. So I miss traveling. I miss, waking up in a new city every day. It's what I'm used to, and I love it,
Yeah.
Miss that. I, of course, miss performing. I miss, that interaction with the fans. As musicians, we kind of live off of that energy. So it's, I think we're all going crazy.
Yeah. But confess, there must be something that you hate about the life on the road.
I mean, the only thing that gets really difficult is just being away from your family and stuff for long periods of time. I mean, of course, if you're out there, when we're touring, it's pretty full on. We're really aggressive about touring and playing shows and stuff. And sometimes the travel can get really intense. And as I get older, it gets a little harder. But I still love it. I still love what I do. So.
Okay, so now we're going to watch the second song video, which is Dagen Før, which mixes up Danish and English lyrics. Was it a natural instinct to do so, or does it, also have a specific purpose behind, just like to define, yes, we are a Danish band and we want to, take high the flag about it?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of that, but it's it's also, I think it kind of carries on the tradition, because, for example, like a song like Volbeat, is a similar thing. It's English mixed with the Danish chorus. So yeah, it's just kind of a continuation of that type of thing.
And how did you get in contact with Stig from Volbeat for this song?
I didn't get in contact with her. Uh-huh. Those guys got in contact. I mean, I'm sure they're friends, from the Danish music scene.
Okay.
It's pretty, the music world in general, the music business is a very small circle, and even like in Denmark, it's even smaller. So I'm sure everybody knows everybody.
So that was the first choice, to have somebody actually distant from, Volbeat world, and to have something surprising also for the fans?
Yeah, and I think, ultimately it's about her voice, and I think what she added to the record is great. She really took the song up a notch, so.
Okay, Rob, so thanks for your time for this interview, and I hope you'll enjoy your New York day. I don't know what you're going to do right after this interview, if you have another one or so, but enjoy your day.
Thank you. I'm going to have some New York pizza.
Cool. Okay, which is the best New York pizza? Now you're going to reveal that.
Oh, there's a few places. There's a place called Johnny's in Mount Vernon, New York. That's amazing. A place called Lombardi's downtown in the city. It's amazing. Those are probably my two favorites right now, I have to say.
Okay, so what's better, the New York pizza or the Italian pizza? Watch out what you reply.
I have to tell you, don't take offense, but I think New York pizza is better.
Oh, I knew that.
But I think it's because the water here is so fucked up that it makes the pizza better.
That's a good point. Okay, thanks very much, Rob. Enjoy your day. Enjoy your pizza. Thanks very much. See you soon.
Cheers. Ciao.
Ciao. Volbeat.